So I'm out here doing a little bit of bed fishing, and typically just fishing normal little finesse worms like this, but I got something to show you guys. Get a load of these. These are giant cigar Senkos. Saw them in a tackle box and I just laughed too hard. I had to try to use them. Fish for spawning smallmouth. They're 3-4 pounds at most. I'm gonna see if they want a piece of these fat Senkos. This is what I was catching them on. This is what I'm going to. See if it works. Oh, he bit it. First cast, one bit it. It's not exactly a subtle lure. There's one. Got him on the giant Senko. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, my Senko. He threw it. Oh. Well, we got a Senko down, but there's the first fish on the giant Senko. That fish here, I got more. Here's an example. This fish ate that Senko. Little 2-pounder. I'm gonna be honest, I thought this was gonna be far more of a challenge than it was. That was basically the first flip on the first fish. These fish have been very pressured, like with drop shots, shaky head, stuff like that. I've got it on a drop shot, by the way. Little 3/8 ounce drop shot. I'm just wacky rigging it. The big cigar. Meanwhile, this guy's just blowing through all the beds. Oh, he took my Senko. Oh, I had one. He took the Senko. I think I'm gonna run out of Senkos before this day's up. I need like an O-ring. The problem is it's such thick plastic that once they bite it, I try to set the hook and it just rips. This thing is not subtle at all. This is the equivalent of flipping 65-pound braid in a huge craw on a largemouth's bed. Difference is these smallmouth have mouths maybe that big. Took my Senko. I'm done dealing with this guy. I gotta think of a better way to hook these fish and not lose Senkos. There's a good one on the big Senko. Oh yeah. Come on, please don't get rid of my Senko. I only have 2 left. Please let me keep my Senko. These fish love this big Senko on the bed. There's so many people in here fishing for them. Oh no, I still got it. Oh no, oh my God. This fish spit my big Senko and also just spit out this tube jig. Gotta go big to catch the pressured bass, I guess. It's a decent one. At least bigger than I've been averaging. Party one, but he took my Senko again. I came out here with 6 of them. I've caught 3 fish, and I have 2 left. Oh, I got him. It's a good one too. Another victim falls to the giant Senko. See if I can keep my Senko this time. I have not kept a single one yet. And he spit it. Again, the fish spit the Senko at the very last second. So now I have 1 left. It's a decent fish, pretty small though. Now, as I let that fish go, there's something I want to address. A lot of you have been asking what lakes I'm fishing, where I am at in Michigan, and I want to explain why I'm not saying anything, because out of respect for these fisheries, I'm like making sure to show no B-roll, no drone footage. I don't want to say I'm being secretive of where I am, but I want to respect the lakes and not try to put them on blast. Because these big Michigan smallmouths, their growing season's very short. It's June and it was just 55 the other day. It takes them 16, 17, up to 20 years just to get to 18 inches, 20 inches. So out of respect for these fish, I want to keep these fisheries as least pressured as possible. These other guys brought up a good point. The last couple of years I've been fishing this lake, and last year I fished it with Perrick. All these bedfish were 4 or 5 pound males, like true 4.5, 5 pound males. And he said that Mark Zona's been doing a lot of shows out here. That's not to say I'm any better or worse than Mark Zona, but I'm trying to do my best to not show any of the lakes I'm fishing, to respect the waterways. So now that we got that out of the way, I have one Senko left. Seeing that every fish I hook spits the Senko. These big fat Senkos are, you would think that they're full of salt and would sink fast, but I have a heavy sinker on here. I think this is 3/8 actually. I might have said a quarter before, it's 3/8. And this thing flutters like this to the bottom still. So it hovers there in their bed, and it's just a big presence, and they hate it. Now, since I only have one left, I'm gonna try to catch some more fish on it. Once I run out, I think I'm gonna get off the lake, eat some grub, because I'm starving. Haven't eaten anything yet. It's 11:30. Woke up in the bourbon and just kind of hopped out and launched the boat. So definitely gonna need to eat, but I want to catch more fish on this Senko. I'm hoping this is gonna last more than one fish. If it doesn't, I'm gonna go to another lake and also hopefully bedfish. Got some cool guys out here that gave me a couple of waypoints. So probably gonna head over there soon, but for right now I'm gonna catch fish on this one last one. I'll see how long this one Senko lasts. Came right over the top of this bed and scared them. That's the last thing you want to do. Just go right over these fish's beds and know you're a boat, especially when they're getting pressured. Oh! There's my fly fishing for you. That sucks. That's the worst way that I could have lost that last Senko. Breaking off. Broke off my last Senko, so I'm gonna go get some grub, head to a new lake, and try to find them. They might be pushing up on beds there, I'm not sure. There's like a second wave apparently, because smallmouth are not like largemouth when they bed. In these lakes, most of those big females come up at the same exact time. They all bed within maybe a day, 2 at the most. They're not like big largemouth that'll hang around that bed for 2, 3, 4 days. These smallmouth are oftentimes, they're up one day, drop their eggs, and then they leave and they're gone. And most of the fish bed at the same time. It's not like largemouth, well, they'll move up for a month and you could catch big females for like a month, month and a half. I know Texas, that was happening in Florida, happening in like February, March. Well, it's just now happening in June up here, which is again why it's so important to keep these lakes safe, and if you're gonna come here, catch and release. However, this other lake, apparently there's a new wave of big females coming on, since there's only 1 or 2 waves of spawners really. So I'm gonna go get some food, head over there. I'll meet you guys over there. All right, we're out here on the new lake. Drop shot to the bed. No more big Senko, unfortunately. Lost them all. But got my cheeseburger down there, because man's got to eat. Hopefully gonna hook into some big fish on beds. There's one. Big brownies on the spinner baits. It's a start. I finally hooked one on this new spot. I'm seeing, look at those black spots. I'm seeing a lot of fish, just impossible to get them to bite. I don't know what's the deal. I'm switching tactics. My drop shot is not working anymore. I am going to something weedless because there's a lot of weeds. I think like a shaky head is gonna be my best option. I don't know, I'm switching though. There's one. Oh, it's a toad. I just switched to the shaky head. First cast, just near a bed, and whew. Oh, this is a fish of a different caliber. This is a little more like it. Still no giant, but there we go. There we go. There's a huge male. There's a huge, wow, hook just slid out. Pink, neon green, the colors of big smallies. Way to go, that's a good 3-pounder. It's getting better, it's still not quite 4 pounds. It's the mark I'm looking for, 4 pounds and bigger. 5 pounds would be great, but it's possible, but it's a lofty goal. 6 pound is the ultimate goal, but that's hard to just expect. Got him. Finally got this one. Oh, it is another giant. Oh, it's another giant one. Oh, this is... I wait all year for the 2-week period where you can do this. This is too much fun. Ah, another giant male. These are the smaller ones of the pairs too, keep in mind, guys. There's another 19 to 20 inch, 3.5 to 4 pound male. That's really the average. In good lakes with lots of big fish, that's the average size big male. Female is gonna be a 20, 21, 5-6 pounder. Still gotta get a female. I haven't freaking caught one yet. Oh, I got him. It's freaking huge. Oh. Oh my God. This is a huge one. Oh, come on, please stay hooked, baby. Please stay hooked. Please, darling, I'm getting the net out for this one. This one is significantly bigger. At least it looks bigger. Oh, God. Come on, please stay hooked. This guy will not give up. Oh, come on, baby. Ah. Come on, fish. He is not ready yet. I cannot land this fish. Come on. Oh, yes. Oh, that is a heavy, 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 huge fish. Just a giant. Barely hooked too. Just a huge, and this is a male. This is a male fish. The female was bigger. Get a length on it just to give you guys an idea. I'm guessing it's about 20. Oh yeah, that's a 20-inch fish. When you pinch the tail, it hits 20. Giant, giant male. Okay. she goes. Got him. Walking over everything. These fish have me so hyped. Heart racing. Whew. Let's get another. One of these has to be a female. There has to be a female left on some of these beds. Oh yeah. There is another huge male. Literally right off that bed. Oh my God. This, I cannot believe how many big males there are on beds. That's a 4-pounder, just about. They love that shaky head. I finally figured out something they hate on their beds. Pink neon shaky head. Let's let her go. Woohoo! This one got some air. You see the beds? Huh? This one's like 18. It's not huge. See the beds? There's one there, there. Tag teaming with the old high school coach. This one. Have you noticed yours having like black spots on their fins? All of mine have had like dark spots, like tiny little dots. But their imperfections make them beautiful. All right, I'm gonna move over and check other spots. Oh, I got him now. Oh, it's a big one. Oh, got him. It's 19 and a half. Beautiful, beautiful fish. All right, I understand that was a little bit of an abrupt transition. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna go from me catching a bunch of fish to me in this parking lot. But what I experienced today is what I've been waiting for over a week. You know, it's been freezing here forever. This is finally the second day of sunnies and sun, and I had one of the best saves of smallmouth fishing, if not the best. Definitely top 3, I'll say, of my entire life. And I didn't want to keep showing me catching 4-pounder after 4-pounder after 4-pounder. This video is gonna be long enough. Then it gets old watching the same type of fish catch. I had no room on my memory cards either. I don't even know how I'm filming this because I've filmed now I basically fished from sun up to sundown, and by the time I'm done, it's time to go to bed. Since sun up is 6:30, sundown is 9:30. So I've just been having a blast these last couple days, fishing my heart out, catching these smallmouth, which I love to catch, and basically have no space on my memory card. 4 videos I have to edit, and tomorrow's gonna be the warmest, sunniest day, so I'm gonna have to grind a little bit tonight and get some space on my memory cards. But the last couple hours, I basically just turned the cameras off and was having an absolute ball catching a bunch of giant smallmouth with my old coach. As I said, it gets kind of old anyway. But again, I want to stress the importance of catch and release on these lakes. All these 18, 19, 20, 21 inch smallmouth we're catching, these are incredibly old fish. At a time of year like this, they're incredibly vulnerable. Please, if you go fishing, catch and release. If you see some people out fishing in like a pontoon boat or something, or just more uneducated anglers and they might want to keep the fish, just educate them how long it takes to grow these big smallmouth, how special they are of a resource, and how awesome it truly is to have all these lakes up here in northern Michigan with these big bass. But they won't be here forever if people catch the big ones. And I've already seen it happen on a couple lakes, like I said. So it's very important that we protect the resource and catch and release these really big smallmouth, because it's not like largemouth in the South. Well, it only takes a couple of years for them to get big. Like lakes like Sam Rayburn, Toledo Bend, I know they have like what they call cycles. they can't have cycles up here because of how long it takes for these big smallmouth to grow. It just takes too long, the water stays too cold. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not sure how many fish catches there are. I'm sure it's a ton. I'm having a blast up here in northern Michigan, and I'm about halfway through. Gonna do a lot more underwater stuff. I've been up here, I've had the itch to do fishing, not much underwater scuba stuff, and I've had the gear that's just sitting here. So I'm gonna do more of that once the fishing kind of cools down. So stay tuned for that, and thank you so much for watching.